Hola y bienvenidos a España. Welcome to Spain. It's a track they know oh so very well. It still remains a very important free practice session though.
Radio check, radio check. They told you about the new parts that have come in from the factory, right? Well, they're all fitted and good to go. I hope they do the trick. Don't push the car just yet. Track is still green. Try to take it easy for the first couple of laps. Understood. Stopping this lap.
It's a Catalonian qualifying for you today. Welcome along to Spain, to Barcelona, and wherever you are in the world, do you feel the need? The need for speed?
Okay, mate, radio check, please. Radio check. Okay, I'm afraid we've been pushed down to P16.
With qualifying complete, all that remains now is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then. Welcome along, everyone, to sunny Spain, specifically to the circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya. So many great moments in Formula One history have been written at this very track over the years, including Michael Schumacher's first win for Ferrari back in '96. That win was in the rain. We might have better weather here today, but we're just as overjoyed to be at the Spanish Grand Prix. It's an updated track at Catalunya, and the popular opinion in the paddock is that we never wanted the chicane in the first place. That's now been gone, the final corner is much faster, and at 2.9 miles and 14 turns, we await the Spanish Grand Prix. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. George Russell will begin today's event in pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hayes, Norris, Esteban Ocon and Fernando Alonso, Leclerc, Behrman, Piastri, Pierce, Tsunoda, Stroll, Alex Albon and Hamilton, Sainz, Lawson, Nico Hülkenberg and Andrea Kimi Antonelli, Doohan, Gasly, Bortoletto and Isaac Hadjar rounds off the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. And joining me in the commentary box once again, Naomi Schiff. Hi, Gnomes. Now, Ant, you always tell me you know Barcelona almost as well as you know the back of your hand. Given the amount of testing that goes on here and the amount of laps that you and all the other drivers have done, what are the challenges that are left when it comes to the race?
Well, this certainly is a favourite track when it comes to testing. And I'll tell you why that is. It's because it offers up so much variation. You've got corners that are fast, that are slow, that are long, that are short. So there's a lot to think about and a lot to work with. But T9 is one of my personal favourites because it is so challenging. Every time you get there, you think, should I lift or should I stay flat? Well, I tell you, stay flat. Commit.
Radio check, please. Radio check. Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Okay, radar is clear, weather is looking good for now. Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out. Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch. We can now use DRS. DRS now available. If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do. Okay, Sonny, Leclerc behind. We want to keep them behind, please. This is super critical for our strategy. Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap. Okay mate, that still wasn't quite what we needed, I'm afraid, but look, let's move on. Get your head down and chin up and focus till the end of the race. Okay, let's go now, come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Okay, gap ahead, 2.2 seconds. Yellow flag. Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags. Okay, information on Sainz. Right, they've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring. The track is clear, green flag. The car ahead's coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres. Tyre condition still looking good. And that's Joshua in the pits. Joshua in the pits now. Okay, gap to the car in front, 7.3 seconds. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 10.1 seconds. Okay, Sonny, engine's running very hot. Engine very hot. Let's try and pull out from behind the car in front and cool things down. Come on, you can win that place back. Gap to your teammate behind, 9.1 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're sitting in 7th. And the time last lap, 1:16.2. Gap to your teammate behind, 7.1 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're 8th. And the time last lap, 1:17.1. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 7.3 seconds. Okay, there's a 4-second gap between you and the car ahead. Keep pushing. All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
The checkered flag is out. We're going to be hearing that Dutch national anthem again because it's victory for Max Verstappen.
There's still a long way to go, but these kinds of victories and that kind of consistency is what it takes to get to the end.
Only 3 can take to the podium, and here they come. But there can only be one on the top step. Your number 1, Max Verstappen. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.